It's Tuesday, June 3rd, and you're watching Variant Edition, your source of comic book news and culture. I'm Lewis. We're at Wizard World Philly 2008. We're going to give you a full episode of what went down here, announcements, interviews, all that, so much more in an episode coming out this week. But for now, we're going to give you a rundown of books coming out, and I'll be back with our pick of the week.
So that's the rundown of comics that you can expect to find in shops this week, but what's our pick of the week? We're intrigued by Trinity #1, DC's new weekly series starring the three big guns of the DC Universe. The talent behind the series is formidable. Kurt Busiek writing and Mark Bagley on art. We're hoping that this is a formula for success, or at the very least, some epic stories that Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman truly deserve.
Hi, I'm Nick, back at the Variant Edition newsroom, and here's the news for the week of June 3rd, 2008. Wizard World generated most of the news this weekend, so every day seemed to be packed with panels with major and minor announcements, so let's get to it. Marvel made the news official that they would be adapting The Stand by Stephen King. It's set to premiere in September and will be made up of 6 5-issue miniseries. The adaptation will be handled by Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa, with art by Mike Perkins and covers by Lee Berhimo. DC continues to stress that the events of Final Crisis will be contained to the event book and a few miniseries and one-shots. Expect Superman Beyond to be in 3D, and even Superman will be seeing the book in 3D. We'll wait to see what that means. Final Crisis Revelations features the villain Libra, and introduces the Spectre to the Final Crisis story. And executive editor Dan DiDio stressed that Final Crisis will be final, saying that the idea is to have a cohesive direction for the DC Universe after the story is done. Garth Ennis has another war book coming up. He's already got War is Hell going on right now at Marvel Max, and next up will be Garth Ennis Battlefields from Dynamite. Expect the first issue in October with a John Cassidy cover. Warren Ellis and artist Juan Jose Rip will be following up their hit Avatar series Black Summer with no hero. Ellis also has Anna Mercury, which will run 5 issues and then return in 2009 for a sequel. And expect Dr. Sleepless to get back on schedule. Avatar is set to run 3 or 4 issues monthly, and then skip a month for the art to catch up. But the biggest news is Freak Angels, the free weekly webcomic that will be collected in print this fall. But Ellis isn't alone in Avatar. They are set to make some big announcement at Wizard World Chicago about Crossed, a new horror series by Garth Ennis. Jason Burrows will be handling the art on what Avatar described as a series that shows how evil people can be to each other. Avatar was also giving away a special preview issue of the upcoming Zombie Survival Guide Recorded Attacks original graphic novel. Written by Max Brooks, the author of World War Z and the Zombie Survival Guide, the graphic novel is expected to debut in October, and there may be more Avatar work from Max Brooks in the future. Michael Turner was unable to attend, which we are sure upset some fans, but at the Aspen panel, Executive Vice President Frank Mastromoro gave attendees an update on Turner's cancer fight, the reason for the cancellation. He's currently recovering from a procedure in February, which is expected to take 4 to 6 months, after which he'll finish the final 2 issues of Soulfire, work on a Marvel project, and then take up Echoes back at Aspen. The Marvel Zombies aren't played out just yet. Marvel announced that Marvel Zombies 3 will be a 4-issue mini set to debut in October by Fred Van Lente and artist Kevin Walker. Expect the Marvel Zombies to cross into the real Marvel Universe. Supposedly, this will be in continuity, and expect some of the Avengers Initiative teams to show up. Disney's getting back into comics, but not in the way that you might expect. Kingdom Comics will be run by Amit Zappa and Christian Baranek, and will take some of Disney's non-animated properties and bring them to comics. The new line will be graphic novel only, and hopes to put a new spin on some of Disney's large vault of properties. A new Batgirl comic is coming, and expect Batgirl to be living in Wayne Manor, with strict rules that she is not to play superhero. And Power Girl may be seeing some cosmetic changes in the upcoming series. After all, what woman keeps the same style forever? And for those of you wondering why Ian Churchill was replaced on Titans after the first issue by Joe Benitez, blame it on an injury. Churchill hurt his hand, so Benitez is on art duty for the foreseeable future. Okay, that's it for the news this week. Up next, we return to Wizard World Philly, where Lewis and Eddie talk about the new Russian Wanted trailer that hit the internet last week.
Hey guys, it's Eddie and Lewis, and we're here in front of the Top Cow booth, and as I was walking by, I noticed that they were playing the Wanted trailer.
Yeah.
And you know, like how everybody's been disappointed in what they feel about the Wanted movie coming out.
Especially
and how it's
me,
not really,
yeah.
like, But little did they know, because Hollywood is behind it and everything else, and the way they promote it, it seems like it to be bad. But me and Lewis got an inside peek at the new Russian trailer of the movie, and let me just tell you, just seeing that and the tone of the movie, what a difference.
It completely changes everything, because like when I first saw the trailer, it's like you see Angelina Jolie and guns, it's just like, it's Tomb Raider again.
Yeah.
But now that I saw that Russian trailer, it's like, all right, this looks a little more hardcore than I thought, and they're following like kind of the beginning of the book, anyways. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll give it a shot.
It almost seems like, all right, the first half of the movie is like panel for panel with the comic.
Yeah.
You know what? I know they change it, and they change the things that I most liked about it. But you know what? As a movie, I'll separate it from the comic.
Yeah.
And I think I'll really enjoy it after this last trailer. It just seemed like such a darker tone, and
It seems more real. Like I know I'll enjoy the beginning. I'll just see what they're gonna have to do for like the middle, and see how the climax, how they reach the climax at the end. Because you know it's gonna be a completely different movie and story, different story. But it should be a good movie now.
But you know what? I'll separate it from the comic, and maybe the movie will be like, okay, this is the movie version of Wanted, and then there's the comic version of Wanted, and we got two different kind of stories that are great.
Yeah, it's like Oreos and Chips Ahoy.
There you go. So, can't wait to see it. Comes out the end of this month, so it's gonna rock.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Alright everybody, so that's it for this Tuesday's episode of Variant Edition Tuesdays, and this one is our special one.
It's a little different because we're at the con.
Exactly.
What con we at?
The Wizard World Philly Con, of course, which was kind of weird because they had it in a different location than last year. I mean, it's right across the street. It's not an inconvenience. It was just weird.
It's just a mirror image of what it was last year, which ain't a bad
Pretty
thing.
much. But yeah, I mean, good con. Wizard World cons are always good stuff. There's a lot of bargains out there if you're into that. A lot of good books you can get for cheap. Good stuff. A lot of good artists we had in there.
You're on a roll. Keep on going. I'm not going to
All
stop
right,
you.
let's see, what else do we have? Oh, actually, this year probably saw some of the better costumes at a
I'll give you that. There were a lot of nice costumes at this
There was like, what was that,
con.
like Gears of War costumes or whatever? They had, like,
Gears of War, Halo, Iron Man,
Yeah.
Lobster Johnson.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet, but Mike's told me that he saw him, so we gotta hunt him
Plus, there's a
down.
couple of Poison Ivies and Emma Frost walking around, if you know what I'm
Well,
saying.
they're always walking around. Yeah. Apparently, somebody took a liking to Eddie before, but that was something different. But anyway,
Hey. I don't want to talk about that, all right? That was very disturbing.
so then why'd you talking to the mic? Anyway, Eddie doesn't know what he's doing. So, Mike, you want to send us home?
Yeah, okay. Later on in the week, we'll be back with our regular Variant Edition. You know where to find us. We're at variantedition.com. You can
Yep.
also find us on Views, Blip TV, Google Video.
Some
VO,
like really
iTunes.
high-res, bitchin' quality from Blip TV. All that good stuff. You know, we have a MySpace page. If anybody cares about MySpace anymore, no
I haven't
fake.
checked that thing in...
Yeah, who knows?
6 months.
YouTube's the way
Easy.
to be. And
Oh, and I'm wearing the Variant Edition t-shirt, which if you want to get your own Variant Edition t-shirt, you got to check out the website.
yeah, and it won't come with like the dinks in there.
No, this is my usage. It's nice though.
This usage. So yeah, so that's it for this Tuesday episode, and we'll catch you later on in the week.